Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609 in Central Texas, USA. And it's a beautiful day here in Central Texas. The skies are perfectly clear. The temperature is in the middle or low 50s. No wind. I mean, this is a day that you can enjoy your life. And while we're enjoying our life, I think I found something I could talk about while we're driving. First of all, we're going to be going into the sun for about 3 minutes, and then we'll turn north and it'll be okay. So just bear with me. It may be a little bright for a few minutes. But anyway, a lot of people have obviously watched the video I did on the tiny home on the Dirksen storage building that was converted into a house, basically, by adding paneling and appliances and stuff. And a lot of people are doing that. They're actually buying those little buildings and making tiny homes out of them. And some people are just downsizing to smaller and smaller homes. Some people are going to RVs, and some people are going to vans, and some people are going to cars, and all of that is because of a common denominator, which is they're trying to live cheaper without having a big mortgage or without paying a lot of property taxes. And also for those that are doing the RV thing and the van thing, they're looking at a way of life where they can be mobile and see the USA, so to speak. But and looking at all of those, of course, the whole thing is to get your expenses down. In other words, right now you're probably paying a lot of rent money, or you have a big mortgage, or you have a big home and you don't need it anymore. And a lot of people are selling those places. And also there's probably some people selling for the reason that they have a good gain in that property, and now's the time to take it. And they can buy them a motor home or a travel trailer and go live on the road and get them a home base somewhere if they choose to. But as far as reducing your expenses by the month, all of those are different. All of those are different levels of expense. Probably the least expensive of all of them would be to buy a used RV and use it to either travel in or find you an RV park that's not too expensive, or if you can, find you a piece of land and put you whatever you need on it to exist. Or if you really want to go bare bones, you could put an RV on a piece of property and be off grid and just use solar and propane, and you'd be good to go. That's about as cheap as you're going to get. And but as far as a van build, I've looked at those. If you can buy a used van and build it out for whatever you want to spend. You could go for $500 and probably make it livable and add on as you go and live very, very cheaply. As far as a motor home, that'd probably be the next level up, because buying a motor home, even used, is going to be a little pricier than some of the other options, because they kind of flatten out at about, depends on the miles and all that sort of thing. It depends on the condition of the RV. But if you bought a used travel trailer, you can get some of those for probably $7,000 or $8,000. You buy a used van, probably the same price range. If you buy a travel trailer, you're going to have something to tow it with. So you're going to have to think that through. And then what are you going to need to tow it with depends on how big a unit or travel trailer you buy or how heavy it is. Motorhomes, again, it's just totally contingent upon the condition of the unit. And again, the motorhome has a motor. You got to maintain it just like you do a car. So there's a little expense there. So basically, a motorhome, you just have a car and a house in one package. And with a van, it's the same way. You've got your automobile, your transportation, and your home right there in one package. And so those are some options to look at. As far as the storage building, tiny home option, that's a good option. If you're handy with tools and you can do that sort of thing, then go for it. But again, once you finish, or whatever option you choose, once you finish getting it done and you're on the road or wherever you are, your monthly expenses are going to be whatever you want them to be. In other words, if you're in a vehicle or a travel trailer that you're towing, then your monthly expenses are going to be variable depending on how much you travel. if you just park it somewhere and live in it, then it'll be, depending how much your rent is at the RV park or wherever you got it parked. And for van dwellers, if you're good enough to do the stealth camping and all that stuff, or you want to tolerate that kind of life, that's up to you. Then you can get by pretty cheap. However, then you got to turn the clock forward a little bit. As you get older, how is this going to play out? Where is your trail leading? In other words, where do you finish up with whatever lifestyle you choose? For example, me, I've got a 2019 Casita Freedom Deluxe now. I've had travel trailers of different types off and on for the last 25 years approximately, and I have a home base that has all the utilities, and that's water, septic, and electric, and I own it, and I pay property taxes of about $200 a year, so I'm getting by about as cheap as you can do, and living comfortably for me. A lot of people wouldn't like that lifestyle, and you got to find out if you do. How do you do it before you jump? If you can rent a place or rent a travel trailer or a motorhome, if that's your direction, do so. I would recommend that. Or if you're going to do the van thing, I don't know how you test it other than to possibly try going camping in your car for a few nights and seeing how that works out for you, because a van will have more space. It depends on what type of van you get, whether you'll be able to stand up straight or not. If you get a high box van, you'll probably be able to stand up fairly straight. If you get a regular delivery van, you won't. But you still have your bed, your cooking place, and you can fix up a restroom and all that. So all of you guys that are looking at cheaper ways to have housing, then all these options are out there. You're just going to have to sit down with a pencil and pen, find out what kind of person you are as to which type of lifestyle is going to suit you. Now, as far as getting an RV or a travel trailer, motorhome, or a van where you're going to be mobile, or even going in your car and living in your car, you can live cheaply out there on the road. You can, Walmart's still available. You can do truck stops and all that stuff. I don't know how long you want to do that. And you can also do public lands, which is cheap. But again, every one of those options has a downside. Every one of them. Free is what? It's free, all right, but you get nothing, all right. So and are you up to that challenge? There's people that have tried it and end up getting out of it because all it glitters is not gold. There's some ladies that think it's really neat to be a single lady out there on the road. And it may be, but I have to tell you, men are men, and that's the way that is. And are you going to meet Mr. Weirdo? You probably could. And for you guys, it's the same way. Mr. Weirdo, he might be strange with women, but he might also be a little strange with guys too. So, again, there's no perfect place. Even me with my home base, which is fine for me, works okay, but, may not work for somebody else. And is it perfectly safe? No. If you want to be perfectly safe, I guess you'd have to wrap yourself in a bed sheet, get in your closet and lock the door, and try to live that way. Maybe that would be reasonably safe. But nothing's perfect. Everything has its downsides. And the purpose of this video is just to point out for you people that are looking at those options that which one is suited to you. No one knows. No one can tell you. You have to sit down and think it through yourself and know what kind of person you are. There's some people that do the van thing and the RV thing, and they go in groups everywhere. They're like tribes. There'll be a group of several, and they do that for reasons of safety and so forth. But even that, get ready, folks. It's like a little neighborhood moving from spot A to spot B to spot C, and familiarity breeds contempt. Even within that little tribe, there's going to be friction. I guarantee you, people are just not geared for perfect harmony. We aren't. I don't care. A lot of people think we are. I tend to disagree. You put a group of people together for an extended period of time, you're going to have some friction. I guarantee you. So, if you're thinking about going in tribes because of the safety, good luck is all I can tell you. What else? You can remember, big fish eat little fish, and in every little tribe, there's going to be a bell cow and a bull. I guarantee you. You'll find out soon enough who they are. But be that as it may, guys, wishing you luck downsizing and finding a cheaper way to live, because it's not easy. You know, anything that's worth having sometimes is a little difficult to achieve. So just work at it, and if that's what you want, it'll work out. But go slow. You know, double check your stuff, and you know, and expect the unexpected. Expect some disappointments, because they're going to happen, and you know, and there's going to be breakdowns and all that stuff. But you know, that's just life, folks. I mean, that happens no matter whether you live in sticks and bricks, or a van, or a motorhome, or a travel trailer. Life is still life. You're still you. So get ready for just another adventure. That's all. Just be prepared for an adventure, and overcome the negative things, and accentuate the positive, and continue your life. So what is that? That's it, guys. Yabba dabba do. But having said that, I just wanted to respond. There's been several comments about downsizing and going to RV way of life. And anyway, I just thought I'd do this maybe. Well, actually, I was just doing it because I'm taking a drive and I wanted something to talk about. So anyway, having said that, guys, from Central Texas, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want, anytime you want. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all my videos. Why? Because I'm an Amazon affiliate and I get a small commission, and it does not cost you 1 penny. So if you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to mess with it, don't. Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, take deep breaths, do all those things to keep your health, and you won't ever regret it. Accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.